Alright, so I suppose I haven't mentioned much of this lately, but I think it's pretty obvious that this game has made a recent comeback on my channel. Most of that's really just because I was born. I still want to upload something, but I didn't have the means to really. Well, anything good. You know. So I think I'm gonna be taking a slightly different approach this time around, though. I think it's gonna start being more of these, like, gameplay while I talk type of videos. And they won't be as common, but I'll also have regular gameplay. Most of it's because it's like a slightly different direction. And the topics I'm going to be covering are kind of like, just about the community and upcoming levels and anything else I might find interesting to talk about. So in that way you could say that it's almost like a C 1997 ripoff, or just C now, if you will. Because I know he definitely does. Because I don't want to get into the same trend that it was last time, where this is the only thing I can do on the channel is basic gameplay. But that being said, I do have to get the opinions of those who actually watch my channel. You know, because what kind of content creator am I if I don't do that? I'll give you a hint. Starts with a B and rhymes with rad. And it's only the 3 letters. There you go. Bad. Wow. You must have a million IQ to solve that one. One thing I don't want to do, though, is become a super blatant ripoff of C. Because it's like, I very much respect the guy. He's definitely one of the more influential figures in the community, I'd say. You know, and I don't want people to get the wrong idea that I'm just trying to be him. Because I'm not. I'm me. Anyway, that's I just want to talk about a few things this time, now that that kind of god-awful boring intro set aside. And then I want to talk about, the update. You know, the one that we've been waiting for like 2 years for. And, on the 7th, I think it was, Rob joined that big Twitch stream event on, I don't know who was streaming at the time, I forgot their name. I'll probably have it in the description at some point. But he was talking about how there's a possibility of, like, getting it out before Christmas, but that's kind of slight. So he'll maybe have it out by the end of the year. My big expectation, though, is probably before February. So, like, mid to late January is what I'm thinking. And the reason for this is because, as Rob's mentioned, a lot of things are taking longer than he's anticipating, which is why the update's taken so long in the first place. But I think the community can, appreciate some of the sentiments in what he said, like how he said that, yeah, after 2.2 he's going to go smaller and easier to implement type of stuff, so that way we don't have these long wait times, and that way things shouldn't stagnate as much. And he's talking about hiring people, so if he does have a big update, there's multiple people working on it, which honestly makes things much better. So in no way do I think this will recover the community to what it once was. But I do agree that it'll help solve some of the current issues. And in that regard, he's doing a great job, you know? I've heard a lot of people mention the fact that he's like, oh, he says soon a lot, or the big one is that people are like, oh yeah, but 2.1 was supposed to be a smaller update. 2.0 was supposed to be not a massive update, but still kind of big. So they don't expect him to follow through on that. You know, because 2.1 and 2.2 were supposed to be small. But what Rob's done for 2.2 is absolutely game-changing. And for that, like, big props to him. You know, because he's breaking ground he hasn't ever touched on. And in that respect, I honestly think he's a very good developer, and he's trying his hardest. And then you get the people who say that some of what they see from 2.2 will absolutely ruin the game. And it's like, that's not even fair judgment. Like, what we have had, we've seen it's been really implemented very well. You know, and it's not gonna break anything. It's gonna be a massive game improvement from an absolutely enormous update. And it's been frustrating me to see all the negativity surrounding it. Honestly, I've been very negative about 2.2 myself. Mainly in the wait time. But I've been playing this game for a long time, and I've considered quitting, but that was mainly this update. Like, waiting for it. You know, but it's also unfair, the kind of treatment that Rob's getting. So, I did just want to throw that out there, and next I want to talk about, like, the mobile community, because I feel like it's super obvious that I'm a mobile player at this point. After all, I don't make it very hard to tell. And, like, probably my biggest upset with it is the fact that levels are most certainly getting more PC focused on what was once just a simple mobile game. For example, let me go find a extreme demon. I guarantee I can find one that lags. You know, Bloodbath not gonna lag, Yada not gonna lag. I can't get far enough in Bloodlust to make it lag. But one that lagged on some of my older phones was certain parts of where is it here? Carnage mode had like 1 or 2 spots on my old phone. But I don't think any of these are any longer actually capable of lagging my phone. Like, maybe Twisted Tranquility, maybe Stalemate Redux, Plasma Pulse Finale won't. But you get the point. It's, you know, you've heard it a million times about how things are way too laggy. Like, I'll try Spatial Rend, you know, and there's no low detail mode on this. That's a really annoying start. But yeah, this... I can see why it's second, but... You know, things do lag. And it's... I'm not gonna go out there and be like, oh, the death of mobile is here. You know, because it's not, I can still play the vast majority of levels. And that being said, the vast majority of levels is not, like, with that being something I could play, albeit this is a fairly strong phone, but even my little brother's older phone can do it. So it's, yeah, mobile is becoming very much a, it's becoming outdated, but decoration-wise, it's not the lag that's doing it. It's the actual difficulty of the levels that's getting too much. You know, like if I were to go and... if I wanted to play Audio Expulsion, it would be horrible. You know, like... the phones just can't handle some of the really fast movements needed in this level. Hell, my phone and a Galaxy S9 can barely register that. In fact, there's quite a bit of input dropping. They botched that. But I just kind of want to throw that out there. You know, on a slightly higher note with what I've been working on with my layout. So, you've seen a bit of this. I just want to put it out there. Yeah, it's a pretty simple layout. Up until that first UFO, everything there was made in 1.9 for the most part, and then later updated with a few things in the very beginning of 2.1. That's why this robot part exists as it does. And of course, these green orbs, because this was originally the old yellow orb in a portal, and it was open so you didn't have any obstacles. This was heavily nerfed in 2.1, so you didn't have to like dip down below this and then come back up. That's also why some of the spikes are as they are. And I just like start updating structures and gameplay and all that, and included a red pad instead of like 5 yellow pads or something like that. I think I had 3 of them. And so I just figured to show that off as it currently is. This ship is what I'm currently updating. And then I'll give you like one more hint as something I'm working on. Though it's something I haven't been I haven't messed with very much. In fact, it's literally just the super early beginnings of a layout. And yeah, it's currently named Mutilate only because of just having something there to make it stand out, because I need something to mark the fact that I'm going to be making that a very hard level, and it'll get its actual name later on. I'll probably name it like Multi-Billion or something like that, or just like Gold Mine. You know, something related to the fact that it's using Jackpot. And then a very old project that I've been tinkering with. As you can tell, it definitely needs some editing. Have you been able to figure out when this layout was originally built yet? Yep. If you couldn't tell, that's a very 1.9 layout, but it was made in 2.0. You know, when these guys finally start to put their work on new grounds. So at this point, it's kind of become more of a layout thing. I just want to show some of my older projects. And I think I'll be showcasing some stuff I've been working on in every one of these videos. There's like a personal flavor to them. But yeah, there's nothing special. Anyway, I think I'll have to wrap that up. But yeah, you see how things are going. And this is gonna take forever to upload. Bye, hope to see you in the next video.